Alright, got a submission today. Or I got a submission yesterday, really. But from Alvin Sang. Said that this is the worst Ring 3 RNG that he had ever seen. And had to reload several times to get through it. He said the run wasn't so bad after that, but I'll be interested to see kind of what it is. Now, the tough thing here is, you know, depending on like card choices and whatnot, we may just not end up with the same RNG. I assume it's like card draw order would be what he's talking about, but we'll just have to see. But for what it's worth, I saw Lyra Kell also had commented saying it was a pretty miserable Ring 3, so at least whatever Lyra Kell did, they must have ran into the same situation, so we'll just see if we do. It looks like it's Malaka's, so we know at least maybe that could be the RNG as well. Maybe the Malaka's is just giving bad upgrades or something. It's Penumbra again. As long as we get Gorge, I feel good, but if we don't get Gorge, I could see that being tough early. And then Bloated Whelp sucks, so we'll see. But Pyroborn is at least a good clan. Savagery, and I think Umbra's a good clan too. Savagery, Umbra doesn't have any worries about Savagery. Pyroborn often will, but certainly Umbra doesn't fear Savagery that much. Fleshweaver Moros, okay, yeah. That, and they did say it was the toughest boss, and this is definitely the toughest boss. Warmass, Fleshweaver, just the hardest boss in the game for sure, I would say. And then Spikes, Kale. Pretty good starters, though. I mean, even if we don't get Gorge Penumbra, a Snotty Whelp will make up for that for early game. Very powerful early game card, just maybe not so good later on. And Space Prism's just okay. Greed Dragon, if we get eggs, is great. If we don't get eggs, it's obviously useless. Alright, Glutton. See Glutton, take Glutton. Yeah, yuck. Pretty useless shit here. Like, Breath of Heaven is just never worth taking, I would say. Deepwood Oil... I mean, there is some advantage, I guess, to Breath of Heaven. Like, if there's Scourge Shufflers, your stewards at the bottom can take them out, I guess, for a few turns. Maybe early on, Breath of Heaven is actually decent. Well, I'm not going to say decent, but it's not useless. It can help with collectors, too. It's just, generally speaking, with as bad as Whelps are, they're not really worried about that. Like, they kill the Scourge Shufflers, they kill the collectors. Deepwood Oil, I don't know. In this combo, I'm just thinking, like, Umbra has just the one equipment. It's a rare. It's a great one, but if I get that, I'm doing fine anyway. I don't need a Deepwood Oil. Like, Deepwood Oil is just win more at that point. Like, if I get a Gluttonmon, I'm winning. And, you know, Pyroborn, it just has lava armor that we would find early. And then arms, I don't even know that we would hit in arms. We might. Yeah, this first choice definitely sucks. And this can provide good value if you get equipment. It's like a March of Arms for free, but... or March of Shields, or whatever it's called. But, I don't know. Maybe Breath of Heaven could be okay. I'm trying to think. I'm pretty sure Moormass has Scourge Shufflers, which is annoying. And Ring 1 and 2 can have Scourge Shufflers. Wouldn't really help much in these fights. In fact, I could argue it hurts you in this fight. But I think we could just skip. These are honestly so bad, I should just skip, right? Let's just skip. They're so bad. They're just completely useless. Should be fine. Of course it is. Sure, Scourge Shufflers, of course, but I think we'll be fine, hopefully. Might as well get this out over the Shield Steward. Alright, I need to change my thing here. 1 second, okay. Alright, easy way to take that out. As far as the extra space is concerned, we only have the Shade Splitters right now, and we have a Draw downgrade, and we have Scourge Shufflers that may or may not be able to get answered. I think we actually just put the Pip down here so that I can put this down immediately. Like, I'm highly unlikely to gorge twice up top, you know? And I got another Space Prism eventually coming, if need be. See, now I can actually play a Blooded Whelp here with having a Steward there as well. Okay, feed this guy again. Just put this here, I guess. Got Snotty Whelps coming up. I think now we put it up just because now I can put a Snotty Whelp up top for the boss. So that's fine. Yeah, we'll put one up here. Plus, apparently I'm not even scaled enough to kill it. That's somewhat concerning, but I think we'll be fine once we hit that Pyrogen on this guy. Plus, I can put another Stone Whelp down. Yeah, we'll put another one here. Should be good. And he's dying without even needing this, but obviously we'll do that for good measure. Alright. Not a bad first fight. Does suck not to see any of the 3 available morsel cards. But it's definitely not holdover Immortal Trade with the Calcified Ember. I guess the only choice is between Crucible Extension and Space Prism. I mean, for you know, infinitely less cost, Space Prism does give us half the thing. Plus, it is a spell chain. I just don't know that we need it when we already have. I mean, what I will say is if we can get some Greed Dragon stuff going, these Space Prisms will be good. Otherwise, I don't really know what they're doing beyond the 2 that I already have. But, you know, if we... How many dupes are there? So... There's... This dupe. That dupe, that dupe. So standard amount of dupes, 3. It's a decent amount. They're all paired with steals as well. We really hope to find eggs on this run. If not, though, whatever else we find will be good. Hopefully. I'm just trying to think if this Pyroborn like a wide floor. Maybe even the Megama Incanters would. You know, aside from Greed Dragon, but we don't know that Greed Dragon's necessarily going to work out. It's probably not worth skipping this. It's pretty valuable. Okay, we got eggs. Definitely taking that over this other crap. Easy choice there. So, we know Greed Dragon is on the table now. And with an ample amount of dupes, that are also paired with steals, that's pretty clear direction to me to try to make this Greed Dragon work. The only question right now is, do we go left or right? Because obviously Gorgeous Penumbra can take on the Ring 2 boss solo with these Snotty Whelps. I mean, even if it's like Spike's boss. But if I go to the right, we're really only looking to get the alchemy cost reduced. We just don't have any actual spells. This is like a very unit heavy deck. So we just do the -2 and consume on alchemy to bring it down to a 1 cost, and past that I'm not going to remove consume on a Space Prism. There's nothing to double stack. There's nothing to hold over. There's nothing to permafrost spell. Like, there's just nothing for the Merchant of Magic. Though I will say a Pyreborn banner right now might be better than a Umbra banner. The only Umbra banners, since we don't have any Morsel cards, I can only really feed the Penumbra. And none of the other Gorgers are really better than Penumbra to feed morsels to, I would say. But the Morsel Maker or Master would be a good pickup if we go left. And even though those units don't really use the Merchant of Steel well, we got the Greed Dragon that does. And locking in some upgrades for the Greed Dragon would be nice. But we'll have plenty of chances to do that. I highly doubt we're going to this Merchant of Arms. Probably just want to hit the Steel, get a Pyreborn banner. Because at this point, the name of the game is just surviving. I mean, it's more mass, so we do need to power up before that. And generally, Steels are going to help you do that more than a Merchant of Magic will, especially when I have nothing at this Magic. But I will say, generally speaking, the Pyreborn banners are going to be better here. I mean, it's basically impossible to miss at a Pyreborn banner. All of them are useful. And Umbra banner is not the same, especially when we have we don't have good morsel generation at the moment. So it'd be pointless to pick up another Gorger at this time. We'd be speculating on finding future morsel stuff, and even then, I don't know that we have enough to support 2 Gorgers. That being said, Greed Dragon just uses so many upgrades so well. I don't know, the Merchant of Magic, even though it sucks outside of getting Alchemy to a 1-cost, I do feel getting an Alchemy to a 1-cost would be nice, because it's going to be tough to play that card. And this Magic kind of sucks, if we're giving up health here, we might want the health here and trinkets, but I could hit this Magic, I guess. It's rough, because it's a pretty invaluable node otherwise. But when else am I going to hit a Magic? Here, I guess. It's a pretty long time till Magic, so this Alchemy is just always going to be at a 3-cost if I don't go to the right here. Which is pretty rough. But I don't know. I think I just have to live with that. I can still play it at a 3-cost. Every now and then we'll get a Rubber Morsel, which will help. Otherwise, we can just hopefully have Greed Dragon. I don't know. I'll probably pick whatever here. Even if I don't get a Morsel Maker or a Morsel Master, it'll be a unit that has stats that I can just put down and help me kill tanks and stuff while I play an Alchemy and don't do anything else on a turn. So, and then we can just search for Greed Dragon upgrades. So we'll do that. Quick and Smidgestone. Smidgestone's okay on Greed Dragon. With the Space Prisms, I don't really know that I would take it here, though. So we got Quick and Smidgestone. Okay. Well, it's not Morsel Maker. I would have probably preferred Morsel Maker here. But at least we found a Morsel Master, and it has a good upgrade on it. The Crucible Collector has such a good upgrade on it. I did say that, Penumbra is usually beating any of the other Gorgers just because I get stats with it, but if I'm getting 2 lifesteal per Gorge, that is pretty much guaranteeing I kill Relentless. But it does suck because then I'm not going to be gorging Penumbra, so I'm giving up damage significantly. I mean, the other thing I could argue is it's a 30 attack unit, which better supports me doing Alchemy. At a certain point, I won't need Penumbra on this run. And because the Greed Dragons are just going to take over. But I don't know. I don't want to underestimate that. I know there's a lot of Merchant of Steels we're going to hit here. It is possible that we never find a multi-strike. And if I never find a multi-strike, even with 4 Greed Dragons, I may still need Gorge Penumbra to do something. There's also... I feel like this would just lock up Ring 3, though, you know? Like, how is he gonna beat me if I got this? But, I don't know, I probably should just take the Morsel Master. As much as I want this Crucible Collector, it is definitely the more valuable overall unit. It's just not fitting what I need right now, I guess. I don't even know that that's true. It might actually fit what I need right now more. You know, I give up 20 damage by picking Morsel Master, but I also gain a lot more damage to some degree. I think we should take the Morsel Master. And I don't know, I mean, because I took these Space Frizz, I mean, let's think about it. I've got 5 initial pip, 6, 7, 8, 9. That supports 3 different Greed Dragons. And I can just put the 4th on another floor. I may not end up with 4 Greed Dragons anyway. I just don't know that the Smidgestone is actually all that good here. I'd much rather get Multi-Strike or Quick. Or sorry, not Quick, but Titanite. Or Endless. All of those 3 are significantly better than Smidgestone right now since I got the Space Prisms. Even in general, they're probably better than Smidgestone. But Endless is honestly probably the best one, but Multi-Strike is close behind, and then Titanite's pretty good too. It's just... Titanite is better when you're just running like 1 Greed Dragon, I feel. For multiple of them, you'd rather probably... I think it still might beat out Smidgestone in this scenario, but... I think we just roll this. I mean, I could also take a damage shield, I suppose, on because if I reroll, I can't afford, like, both upgrades, right? So... I mean, is there a world where I could? I'd be at 175 gold. I guess, technically, if I got the lowest amount of both, I could actually afford both. For 15 bucks, we should definitely put this on something. It's either this or this. You know, we do have the Savagery Pyre coming up. And this could help Relentless to some degree, but not really, because you're usually putting it in the back anyway, so I don't even know that this actually helps me that much. Could be nice just to throw in front of a Greed Dragon, though. Prolong its health. I think it's okay. And, I don't know, for 25 gold, though, maybe I won't do the health. Yeah, you know what, let's take it. That way these both are just like significantly more survivable now. Multi and Dualism. Alright, Multi. We're definitely happy for that. That's very clearly going on Multi, or on a Greed Dragon. Avarice and 14 attack. I could put Avarice on this, since for Relentless it would be behind Penumbra. I mean, Greed Dragon's not going to kill the boss right now because I'm probably still playing it in the opener, and not waiting to like play Alchemy or something before I play it. So Morsel Master will go on Relentless and should earn back all of this gold plus some. I think this is okay. And we could put 14, I guess, on this one or this one. I don't know. I don't know which one is better. Maybe that one. I'm okay using our gold here since we got the Avarice. Ooh, that's kind of rough with the Alchemy. We basically have to hit a Rubber Morsel into Alchemy. I don't like that. I think we definitely don't take this trial then. Because I absolutely need this Greed Dragon to have its extra, what is it, it'd be extra 20 stats, an extra 40 attack, so no way am I taking that. It is the Spike boss. we still go like this. Alright. Absolutely, we play this. Right now, I'm never gonna draw 2 morsels in a turn most of the time, so I don't even know if we gain much from space up top. Like, I could just put space down here. I also don't know that we gain much from space down here. And if I put a bunch of space up top, I can eventually put the whelps up top to help with the boss if I need it. I don't think I will need it, though. I think we just put the... Well, let's give 1 here and here. This allows me to put whelps down along with stewards. I just don't think we need the space up top. Oh, wish I had a whelp this turn. I guess that works. Really don't want to take any pyre damage here. I think I may actually have to put this in. Yeah, that's fine. Now at least I'm killing them. There's still no way I'm going to be able to kill that collector. I think we'll just go with... Yeah, that's perfect. Keep him alive. There's a rubber morsel. I guess I can put the remaining space prisms here. Let's do this. Gives me the option to take that back right now. Still got this lifesteal, so it doesn't actually matter. $104. We don't want to do too much damage here. We want to definitely get some our Avarice strikes. I've actually only gotten 3 back so far, which is not great. We can do this. I don't think I actually want to put pyre on this. So this guy's going to be down to 359. He will have a good amount of spikes, but he does have the spikes too, which eat up my damage shield. I can only really get a certain amount of hits here, but let's see. At 50 attack, I'm going to get even more. I don't think we need to. And I should actually even leave this guy alive, that way I can hit an Avarice here. Alright. Got that played again, which is nice. I guess we'll do that. I didn't want to take a damage. Alright, well, we'll just let that happen. Get as many Avarice stacks as we can. It didn't even end up paying for itself, unfortunately. Usually you do, but... Unfortunately, our Penumbra was too powerful. So we don't have much money coming in here, which sucks. Ooh, Shroud Spike. There's also an Intrinsic Perils. I gotta be honest, I don't really like Perils that much for quite a while. Like, I don't know. If you get hold of her spell chain, it's good. But sometimes, like, even if I just get hold of her, I don't even like it that much. It's like, I have to hit on a Furnace Tap to make that worth it. And I feel like I can't remember the last time I had a Perils plus Furnace Tap run. Whereas, like, Shroud Spike, even though I don't... It does suck that we're... You know, I think I'm seeing where they're talking about the bad RNG. It's like we literally weren't offered any morsel generation cards in the first 2 rings, which is pretty devastating for Gorge Penumbra. We at least technically have some... At least morsel help with the Morsel Master. It still doesn't generate morsels necessarily, though, in terms of turn consistency. All that being said, I'm definitely taking a spell... chain Shroud Spike. Are you kidding me? Even with all this, it should be pretty good. Definitely worth a Calcified Ember. Alright, well, we already have the Alchemy, which is way better than Golden Touch, although I really do like the Holy Stone on the 2 costs. You know, it's interesting how when Holy Stone feels good and not, it's like, You basically never want to pay for it early in the first like couple rings magic shot. But basically before ring 3 I never want a Holy Stone. I would never want to buy one. Unless I'm just absolutely desperate. But if I was absolutely desperate for Pyre Health, I would be going to the Merchant of Arms anyway, not a Merchant of Magic. And I'm getting on a tangent, but basically the long story short is like Holy Stone feels better to spend money on later as the run goes on, because it just feels like you can make use of it better, and you have more gold to throw around later. It's not like such a investment to buy a Holy Stone. But that being said, early on with the Malakas, I really don't mind getting some Holy Stone action going on. It feels actually one of the better Malaka upgrades to get most of the time. But that being said, I don't think I'm going to take it over the Greed. The Greed, it does have a Holy Stone. It's worse since it's one cost, but the Greed is just this card where I basically never want it when I get it during the actual uncommons drafts, which are supposed to be the middle and end rings. But if you get it ahead of curve, similar to Fan the Flame, it can be decent. And certainly right now, it's 20 AoE if anything. That's pretty good. And, our Greed Dragon, we can't dupe it yet. So it may not be carrying too hard. And we have problems with morsels. So, we're not going to have a big Gorge Penumbra like we normally do. So having all this extra damage might be nice. This it's funny because this is called Greed. Golden Touch is not called Greed, except Golden Touch is the far more greedy card here, I would say. Greed, I can play it. It's cheaper. I mean, the only thing that's awkward is it hurts your own units too, right? But we already have one floor we don't really care about. And honestly, if I don't get an Endless, I think we're going to hit the Merchant of Steel. But if I don't get an Endless or Multi-Strike or Titanite, I guess. Even if I got a Multi-Strike, I wouldn't feel like he's going to survive that long. If I get Titanite or an Endless, though, it feels better. But I think in case we don't find Titanite or Endless, the Greed is just best here. And it can generate a ton of money, too. Obviously, we just saved this. I mean, who knows? Maybe I can loot some later on if it seems like I can. A Shroud Spike, Gorge Penumbra, and a Greed takes care of mostly early and mid-game, I will say. But certainly for 4 and going into the hard boss, we're going to save these. Some minor amount of gold and minor... man, we only have $68. I think we still go to the right just to hit a Pyreborn banner. It sucks though, because now I can't actually upgrade anything here. Damn. So we didn't get the collector either. Fuck. And I do regret making those little upgrades, I suppose. It might be more valuable to just get Pyre Health, but... Because I'm pretty sure... The thing that sucks is, keeping Penumbra alive can be an issue. Pyreborn banner is probably just better here. Because like I said, you can't miss. Any of them are going to be useful. Damn. Another multi and a quick. Either of them would have been great here. Maybe I should have just took that trial. I don't know. I would have been able to play one Alchemize, but you never know. Ooh, okay. Well, Goldtooth gives us a nice tank to put in front of Greed Dragon, and that's pretty good. And it earns us some money. Could also just take another Greed Dragon since I have 4 egg right now, and even though it has a useless upgrade with dualism, it's still a 40, or no, I have 4, so It's like, damn, like it's a lot of damage. It's like 60 damage and 75 health. That's better than Goldtooth right now, for sure. Plus, I can I could play the multi-strike one early just to deal with the waves, and I could wait on the other Greed Dragon. Like, that's certainly an option as well. Just don't know how survivable our Greed Dragon at the moment is. I could also just put this one down and wait on the other one. That might actually make more sense, because this one already cleans up pretty well. I've been lower on Goldtooth lately. I don't know. It's like, we have a Greed though, so we have some synergy with it, but I just find it hard to like hold the gold. So if you're not holding the gold, it's just a worse miser in most cases. Wish I would have checked. I can't remember if a damage shield was in here, because honestly, if there's a damage shield, this dualism is not wasted. I could just buy the damage shield, and I've got 6 damage shield in that thing. That's pretty good. I think no matter what, I'm probably just taking Greed Dragon. It's just more value. This thing's a 1550. The way I look at it is it's just the only difference here is Avarice 5, but as far as stats go, Greed Dragon has it covered massively. Sure, it's 3 pip, but we got plenty of floor space. Yeah, we'll just take that. And we do have the damage shield. That's really nice. Okay, so we'll just do that. Damage shield 6. That is plenty fine. Dualism is not wasted here. That damage shield upgrade is just so much better than any of the other small upgrades, generally speaking. I mean, if you remember way back, maybe my memory is hazy, but I'm pretty sure it used to only give damage shield 1. Like when the Monster Train 1 first came out. And then eventually it got up to 3 because it was just like useless as a 1, but 3 is certainly really good. It's kind of hoping for a ×5 event just to make my life easier. Okay, rares from Pyreborn. I don't know. I used to think the rares are pretty good for them, but these days, I don't know. Soldier of Fortune would be horrible here. Would it? It actually would be pretty good with the Greed Dragon. I don't know. It's just, I wish you could choose the unit, right? If you could simply just choose the unit, it would be so much better. You could even scale back the stats a little bit, because I feel like the stats obviously are ridiculous. But I don't know. It's like this exists in Pyreborn, which is a clan that has unit starters, right? Half the time. So it's just not... I don't like... I'm okay with a card like this, I guess, if it's... there's a similar card in Umbra, which is the Prism Retrieval, which is a pretty bad card, all things considered, but at least I can use it from time to time a little bit more than Soldier of Fortune, just because there are no unit starters in Umbra. So it's better design, I think, to when you have a random draw unit, to not have it in a clan that has unit starters, right? Don't have it with, especially because it's just like, I don't know. I mean, I guess maybe the idea is that they want you to put it on a whelp sometimes. Either way, I'm just not. Devil's Details, that's like definitely not. I hate that. That card's horrible in my opinion. Hell Furnace, not good. We don't have to worry about the units. I guess we should just look at... Smell the Treasure I do like. It wouldn't be useful to me right now, but it's a pretty good card. Tome of Contracts, completely situational. It's either God tier or useless. If you have any sort of cooldown, it is like the best card in the game. Among the best cards. It's S tier at that point. But then obviously right now we have nothing for it. And Cursed Dragon Staff, outside of Magma and Cantor, I just don't see much use for it. And Deaththorn, Superheated, even in Pyrogel decks, I don't take these cards. I think they're horrible. And then Pyroclasm, that's the main good one. But I can't even play it right now at a 4 cost, so definitely not taking the card, long story short. And I mean, honestly, the artifacts aren't much better. Fireborn main artifacts aren't necessarily that good. Like Manacles is pretty useless. I guess I technically have abilities with the whelps, but they're just not that. I'm not that interested in them. Coffers would be good. Inferna, it's a good. Gel Transfuser, useless to me right now. Golden Gloves is pretty god tier. Hellheart is just whatever. Magma Core is much better. That one at least I can turn Vengeful Shards into something useful. Still not like that much extra damage though. And then Dragon Scale, it probably will be irrelevant to me in the long run. And this one would be, I guess, okay with the whelps. I kind of missed the beta version of the whelps, which actually did this by default. They actually felt pretty good back then. When a Pyrgel, oh yeah, that one would be not too useful to us, and this one would not be too useful to us. So I don't know, even the artifacts not necessarily all that good. Drafts only offer selections from your allied clan. I would not want that at all. I need damage shield for savagery, and there's certainly gem trove and grovel that we could find, which would be nice, and just morsel generation cards in the meantime. Generally, just speaking, my defense would come from Umbra, so only having Pyreborn would not be good. So I think we just take the artifact then. Alright, I'm pretty sure we take Coffers. The only problem with Coffers is it doesn't really do anything for us right now, whereas Magma Core would. You know, there's, but the Coffers is like so good for me in the long run. I think we just take that. So good. And we could put 14 on something. Just that. I think that's fine. Still gonna try to trust in my avarice. Right, so this guy does like close, what is it, 30 damage, 29 damage, something like that. So he can one-shot Penumbra. Can't really put him top then. So yeah, I mean we'll probably just put a fodder unit up top. Gotta go mid with Penumbra. I guess we could put this Greed Dragon up top. It's a little weird though. To have Penumbra meet the units head on. But the damage shield gets eaten up a little more pointlessly if I put Greed Dragon on the bottom, you know what I mean? It's like every unit will hit it. If I put it up top, you know, the boss won't do any damage to me. And I'll be left with 5 damage shield, and I lose a lot less of that damage shield if I'm supposedly killing units here. And we could just have the bottom floor be for Greed. That honestly does seem like, you know, the Greed the card. You can just leave it open for that. I think that actually makes sense. So we go up here, and we'll wait on the Greed Dragon to get more eggs. We'll put an extra space or 2 up top. Just throw this here in the meantime. I like this. Alright, of course we get the Shroud Spike. Man, it is like so important for me to hit this Alchemy, I feel. But if I don't hit this Whelp, then that doesn't die and it hurts my draw. Which is not great. Number 7. Man, not getting a thing here really sucks. Well, I think we gotta do it. There's just no other play to make here. You could put them, I guess, you could use the Whelp to kill that, but... Ooh, so 4-7. Yeah, we're just, Penumbra's just dead here. It's not the end of the world, but it does suck. We also did not get space for this greed dragon. So I can't put it up here. I can't even put it down here. I could if I greed first. I guess I could put it here. Actually kind of makes sense. Actually makes a ton of sense just to put it here. Yeah, so actually we'll just greed here. I get a hit on the Flesh Weaver anyway, clear out the first wave. And first wave is actually so ridiculous in this fight. It's like bad enough that this guy is so hard, but it's like you got Scourge Shufflers and just like these double tanks. It's kind of a ridiculous fight. So I'll put this here. I guess Morsel Master's dying, but I can replace it. Oh my god, look at those stats. Yeah, I'm not too worried here actually. And I can definitely put this in front to eat up some of that damage. Can eat that. Alright, so we'll do that. I probably should put one down here. Just get a hit in there anyway. And then put this in front. I mean, honestly, this actually might be a waste to put in front even here. Like, I can just put this here and kill that. And then I'm only taking 7, and this is here for later. I think I like that more. Lifesteal here I like. And we'll just give him health as well. And I could get Ember or block a damage shield here. I don't think we'll need the damage shield. I think Greed Dragon's going to clean this guy up pretty good. I'd rather get the extra Ember, I think. Right, this is a good turn to put this guy in front. We definitely want our space here, I think, so I can get like a Train Steward in front eventually. And right now, even just to get this extra stuff here. Why did I put him in front? I have lifesteal. What am I doing? Well, that's fine. I don't know. It's probably not fine. That was definitely a misplay. But, yeah, it was definitely a misplay. No way around that. But I think we'll be fine. We've got this guy. He's ready to bang. I don't even want to take this 2. Put you in front here, actually. That's fine. Do that. This is fine. Rubber morsel, please. Perfect. We could hold out to try to redraw Alchemy and Greed. We don't really want to kill him here, but 267 is certainly not enough. Let's feed here first, see where that gets us. Oh, 6 of 6. Okay, yeah, we'll cool it otherwise. Of course, I guess I could have got extra Greed here. Damn it, actually I gave him too much health, damn it, fuck. I can't kill him with Greed. Well, we could still draw Alchemy, I guess. I wanted to get some extra gold with Greed, though. Okay, perfect. And, yeah, we'll definitely just take the Alchemy over your Calcified Ember here. Alright, we get through it. I see maybe what the... maybe the RNG was that we just don't draw anything to protect Penumbra, which obviously happened, but with the Greed Dragons, it was, you know, they're getting through it fine. I do find I still seem to be... There's mixed thoughts on Greed Dragon. Maybe people were just spending their eggs, I'm guessing, but I am usually of the mind that you hold them. Obviously, I have had runs where I don't hold them, but when you're facing this boss, I think you hold it for sure. Maybe if I'm facing like an Archeon variant, like Pushback or something, I wouldn't be too worried, and I could actually just even take the 4 eggs at that one point, but... Okay, Umbra Stone or Kindle Intrinsic. So still no morsel generation. I guess the rares don't really have that, other than a Wretch to some degree. I mean, Umberstone's fine. I don't know that it's that necessary. I could argue it doesn't actually solve issues for us. Like the Blazing Bolts might be more along the lines of solving an issue for us. Because we don't have necessarily great backline clear other than the Greed. And that Greed's good for now. It won't. It will not kill the backliners for Savagery though, whereas Blazing Bolts will, as long as RNG cooperates. Also, it's just front-loaded damage. We have pretty good front-loaded damage with our Greed Dragons, but it's also just healing them. The Umbra Stone's better if we find a quick upgrade, I suppose. But even with a quick upgrade, I don't know. I think this is just actually better here, the Blazing Bolts. There's obviously a high roll of doing Kindle into the Shroud Spike, but we have no morsel generation at the moment, and that combo is hard to pull off in that scenario. It's hard enough to pull off with good morsel generation if you don't have permafrosts. Alright, these are all, I mean, definitely not the morsel cards. They're generally would be fine, but Magma Mauler, I think, if I'm taking anything at all, which I think I am, and I think I'm taking an Ember upgrade still. Draw might be better just to get the Shade Splitters, but I think just Ember to get... This looks like right now, just a situation where we plop units down and let them do their thing, and Magma Mauler certainly does its thing with dualism. Still need a proper tank, that's what we're missing. I mean, I guess the one Greed Dragon's kind of a tank, this one, but not really a sustainable tank. We're still definitely do this though. Definitely don't want to loot. This deck is not gonna do fine with looting. So we can go either route. The right route doesn't seem too bad to me at the moment because we're light on gold and I could get more gold. And the Umbra Banner, I would love to find a Morsel Maker. That's really it. So the Umbra Banner is probably not that valuable on average. But if I can just get this Alchemy down in cost, it's been actually pretty easy to play, honestly. But I don't know. We've got like holdovers. Now we have like good upgrades like holdover, consumer move on the Shroud Spike, permafrost on the Shroud Spike works as well. That actually would be maybe even better than consumer move because it just allows us to get a good turn with it, where we can draw like 2 morsels. Blazing Bolts could also just get additional cost reduction. Greed. I guess Greed is the holdover target as I'm looking at this. Still no double stack target. If I go left though, the health is nice. Am I getting health otherwise? Here I am. So that's probably all the health I'll need. Plus we have Holy Stone and Greed anyway, which helps a little bit. So I don't really need the health that much. And we don't have much money to look at the trinkets here. It's not even that good of trinkets in this clan combo anyway, I would say. We already got probably one of the best ones we could get. Yeah, we'll go to the right. Intrinsic holdover. It's Morsel Maker. This is hey, Shadow Siege. Sorry, buddy. We've got Shadow Siege at home. It's named Greed Dragon, and it's much less cost and pip. And I think it will end up with pretty much the same stats with the expanded coffers. So Morsel Maker, we've been looking for you. That will help. That's a huge pickup, that Morsel Maker. So you get Intrinsic and Holdover. Unfortunately, with the way that this Pyre is, it's not something I can combo on a fresh card here, but you know, Holdover, Greed would be the best target there. Will generate a lot of gold. I really wish I could Intrinsic it though. This is where I'm saying, like, for a card like Greed, I don't love the Holy Stone here because it's only getting me 1 health as opposed to 2 or more. And that being said, I guess if it's held over, it's still pretty good. It just sucks that it costs. I can't get it to be a 0 cost and Intrinsic because then I could just have it right from the start every time. It's all my AoE is cleared out for the mid game, and I just earn a ton of money with it. So with all that being said, do I want to intrinsic it instead of holding it over? Because I could intrinsic blazing bolts or something might be okay. Or intrinsic space prism even. I wouldn't be getting the ember. I could also just not intrinsic anything, because honestly it's not looking like intrinsic is that good of an upgrade for me. If I do the holdover, I'll be at 203. I could still re-roll. Though maybe I'd want to do the Emberstone. I do feel holdover greed's pretty good. We're going to do that for sure. Now the question is, what else do we do? Are we re-rolling here? Because if I take this and re-roll, I can't afford the stuff that comes out somewhat often. You know, I'd be going down to 168. And 168 minus 75. Most of the time I can't afford what comes out. Sure would be nice on the Blazing Bolts particularly, but I think we don't buy this because we want to get the -2 anyway for the other thing, so... Damn it. Oh, I'm just ever so slightly short here. Damn, 7 gold short to do both. Consumer move, I don't know. Because of the bad economy of morsels, I suppose it's not the end of the world. Even this is not that good, now that I think about it, though. Like, I don't know. I took an Ember upgrade. It's easy. It's been easy enough for me to play it, and I don't need to play it past a certain point. We're getting to that point soon. We're already at 8. I only need to play it 2 more times. So this actually may not be worth it when I can do this, and that's, generally speaking, pretty good. It's probably not as good as Permafrost, though. I would definitely prefer Permafrost. I think we'll do this though. Then I can just keep playing it. It has definitely some power. I think we'll hold out here. We could still hit one more Merchant of Magic. There's no way we're not taking Glutton. I mean, I guess I could have thought about Architect a little bit more there if we're really saying that we just don't care about Penumbra and we just want him to generate pip, but I think we do care about Penumbra. We have Shroud Spikes and we've invested in it, so... -1 per turn. This boss could be annoying. I mean, I'll make a lot of money with greed, but if I do bottom deck it, then I wouldn't. How bad do we need money coming up? Decently bad, because this Merchant of Steel is important. We still need another upgrade, and we've got the Imperial Well right now. So we still need another upgrade. We would love to get Endless or Titanite, I guess. Maybe we take another multi, or even a quick. Yeah, pretty much anything. But if it's like Large Stone plus Dualism, then I would have to reroll. And I need enough money to be able to reroll. I think we can do this. I could see skipping this trial, honestly, though. I was pretty on the fence about it. So we'll guarantee that we kill the boss just by simply doing this, and then the question is, what else do we do? So it's Hordes of Heaven. We have no reason to really go in on the bottom, I think. So we can just get... we'll get the defensive one down first, because we're going to have so much morsels up here with the 2 of these together that we'll be fine. Yeah, we are inclined, actually, to not have anything on the bottom here. I guess the one downside here is I can't play a morsel turn 1, but it's fine, I suppose. We just play this and play that one out just while we can. get you in the very back. And just get rid of this, I suppose. Alright, alchemy. We are seeming to bottom deck greed here, unfortunately. Alright, here's our greed. Play this first, see... I actually don't have anything to gorge it with necessarily, but if it's... I could still make it work with this, so... Yeah, let's go see if it's a rubber morsel. It's not, so we'll just do this then. I mean, I can get a lot more gold if I do this, but... And this guy's definitely killing the boss. Shouldn't I just get the more gold then? Seems like something I should just do. Could also used my Shroud Spike there. Probably should have just done that. I don't know. I can just annihilate this whole floor. I mean, I only need this guy to kill the tanks, and this guy's going to kill the boss, so... yeah, I want to get money out of my stuff here. I'm going to put a space here just so I can get this thing out of here. Could have also greeded up top, I suppose, as all those morsels would have been a lot of money. Oh, I'm so tempted to do this. So greedy, but... 153. Man, I would earn a lot of gold if I did that. I could just replace... 251, 171. That's going to do pretty good damage. Man. I'm so tempted to do this. I mean, this guy's already going to hit this guy for a boatload of damage. I think we do this. Look at how much money we just made. I mean, come on. This guy dying is fine. We can go like this. I never did play this. I mean, that's because I took the Ember Trial. I think without the Ember Trial, it would have been easier to play some of these cards. Alright, he's not dying, which is good for us. I still need to get one more egg, but I don't think that's that important right now. I think I'd rather just get more money here. Try the blazing bolts here. Get one last thing of gold here. Perfect. Maximum greed achieved. Wait, did it not give me gold for the morsels? I feel like I already had 263 there. Doesn't say anything about not working on morsels. Maybe I didn't pay close attention to, but it seemed like I did not get gold at the end there. Holdover Grovel. Interesting. It's the only pickable card here. Another, without a drop grade right now, another holdover card is pretty rough. The holdover is actually a downside here. This is one thing I don't like about both Malakas and Capricious. It's actually worse with Capricious. Because, and this is something that I believe damn, I'm trying to remember who actually told me about this initially. I want to say it was I cannot remember. Why can I not remember their name? Eable, right. Eable. I knew it started with an E, but I was like, Eka? No, obviously not Eka. That's a Monster Train 2 character. You know, as you get older, your brain just sort of goes. Anyway, though, Grovel. Sorry, the holdover, yeah. So holdover, with Capricious actually has a higher chance to get holdover than Malikos, which is kind of weird, right? That seems pretty weird to me, but it is worth noting that the RNG distribution of upgrades is different between Malikos and Capricious Reflection. Confirmed in the code. I don't know that this holdover Grovel is super good, but I think I'm going to take it. I mean, it is Savagery. Damage shield's going to be good. It's just a little iffy, the holdover upgrade, but I think we can make it work. Alright, I have 480 gold. I don't think I need a Sacrificial Chamber. I don't think I need a Wealthy Whelp, even though it would obviously generate a ton of money. It's just like more money that we may not need at this point. Even the Dragon Breath I don't know about. It's pretty expensive. I already got a pretty expensive deck in a lot of regards. I'll eventually hopefully get this Grovel costed down, and maybe the Blazing Bolts as well, hopefully. But you know, actually the ideal upgrade on Grovel would be Permafrost, because then I can get it down to a 1 cost, but then I'm not forced to play it every turn, which would help me not, you know, help my draw situation. And then I can just put a normal -1 on Blazing Bolts, because you can't, you know, obviously you cannot put double Permafrost on it. Unfortunately, I wish you could. I do wish you could. I would definitely pay for it in a lot of cases. I mean, my game design philosophy for these type of games is like, just let the player fuck around. Like, I don't see much downside to allowing, like, you used to be able to do, I don't think you used to be able to do double Permafrost or anything, because it only relatively recently got the -1 Ember associated with it. But you know, there's other stuff you could do. Like, you used to be able to do like double Holy Stone, and I really liked that play. It actually made the Holy Stone upgrade feel significantly better, because you know, you could do it on a 2 or 3 cost. Now you're getting like 4 or 6 HP every time you play those cards. That's a pretty good deal. But now you can only do the 1 Holy Stone. So I feel like I just would, my philosophy would be like, allow the player to do that. Why not, right? Why not allow that? It's not that broken. It's not broken to be able to Permafrost a card twice. It just came down. I don't remember the exact reasoning, but it kind of makes sense. It's like, it comes down to like, they want the big upgrades to be consistent, and then in that you cannot buy 2 of them. Like, you can't double stack something, right? So I get it from that perspective, where it's like, you know, I'm not allowed to, if I'm not allowed to put double stack on a card twice, then why am I allowed to put Holy Stone on a card twice, you know, etc., etc. Can't put holdover on a card twice, right? That one kind of is self-explanatory, but it's just this, I see it from a consistency standpoint, but at the same time, it's like, well, I can make the minor upgrades twice, so why not the major ones? I can, and at a unit upgrade, I can do double multi-strike, right? There's nothing that prevents me from doing double multi-strike. I can't do double dualism. I kind of wish you could. That'd be another one which I would allow. I feel like if I was like designing a game, like basically just allow them another stack of dualism. I don't think it's too ridiculous, honestly. I mean, I would have it be additive, right? I think that would make the most sense. It wouldn't be like, oh, I'm not getting dualism on the first dualism. I'm just getting an extra stack of dualism. So, like, for instance, if I generated 3, it would read like damage shield 9 here, not damage shield 12. But, like, I feel like that's completely reasonable and something that should be able to get done. And even with a double stack, that's how I would handle that one as well. It's like, well, I don't need to double stack the already double stacked thing, just have the math be that it's additive. So it's like, if I put 2 double stacks on the Grovel, for example, I would only have 3 damage shield instead of 4. I feel like that's like reasonable, but I do think it's more fun for the player to be able to have that option. I don't know, I'm thinking about game design a lot lately, because I am trying to make a game. It's not a card game, but I don't know. I do want to show it off at some point. And maybe, you know, eventually get people to test it. I'm not that far along on it, So it's like too early for me to even talk about it, but that's just why these type of things are on my mind. It's more like it's basically I'm trying to make like a single player auto battler roguelite. So definitely like inspired by all of our favorite roguelites like Monster Train 2 and whatnot. The overall, I do like, Slay the Spire and Monster Train, they have a good way, I think, of tackling like map. They have their own good ways of like tackling map navigation and all that. So like, I do want to have that kind of be present, but then instead of an actual card game, because I feel like I can't really make a card game to compete with all the good card games, but there's not really like a single player auto battler that I've seen that's all that good. There are always multiplayer games which are fun, but like I generally just like single player games a lot better than multiplayer games, so I wanted to basically make a version of those type of like storybook ball type games for single player. It would play a bit different because you're not playing against a human, but the goal is to get it so that there's a challenge there and it doesn't get stale. So basically I'm thinking of putting together a pretty big variety of like boards, and I've actually been playing Fairy Tale Fables a lot recently, trying to kind of get some ideas of what feels good or what feels bad. Because I mainly play async on that, which is basically like single player, you're just playing against other players' boards. But tangent aside, yeah, it's on my mind a lot, these sort of game design decisions. I don't even remember how we arrived there. Anyway, I don't think I'm going to take the Dragon's Breath, long story short. That's my explanation. And we're never going to loot, ever. Endless. Okay. Definitely just taking that. That's so good. Game is for sure solved now, so I can kind of see what they're saying, that it kind of opens up past a certain point. So we'll do the Endless one with the multi-strike. And we'll remove get these out. These are the hardest for me to play at the moment. These Shield Stewards. Too much pip getting taken up. We got a lot of money here too. Is there anybody... We could put Damage Shield here, I suppose. Might be better served here though, because it gets 6 damage shield. I think that does make sense. Too bad we don't have the health here. I could re-roll for it, but... Oops. Oh my god. I didn't click. I mean, I did, but, I didn't. I guess we're spending gold on that. Anyway, I wanted to just make a purge. That's what I meant to do. Son of a bitch. Well, with how much money we make, we should just purge as many cards as possible here. Probably just the whelps at this point. I'll just give Avarice to one of them, sure. $150. I didn't even see what it was. Mark of Invasion. We got this. It'll be corruption, but hey, we got Endless for a reason, right? I don't want to leak anything top. I don't know that we even care that much about Penumbra. Yeah, it's fine though. Penumbra takes all this out, and I mean, he could die. Because I don't get him more, if I don't get space immediately, we do have that problem, but that's fine, I think. Alright, we got Greed from the get-go. Abandoning ship on Penumbra, I think. Oh yeah. This guy should be fine. We'll clear it. Him dying is good, because then we'll just have space to replay him up top if we have to. In the meantime, we'll just put you there. Number's obviously dead, which means this is a good greed. This is also a good time to. So let's. We got 123 right now. Let's see how much we get. Oh, 90? Shit, that's a lot of money, dude. What a. That's what I'm saying, man. You get the greed early. I mean, technically, I could have found greed normally at that last ring, but I don't know. Maybe I should take it more. I don't know. Sometimes I am definitely lower on cards than I need to be. Greed might just be okay on curve, I guess is what I'm trying to say. I don't know how confident I am to do this. This might be good because it might accelerate him dying. Do I get there in time? I guess it does. It honestly doesn't matter because I'll be able to play him up top anyway. Just put extra. I'm putting extra space there just as my own fuck up insurance. So I think we go here. I should have put this whelp down first. Whoops. It's fine. We'll just do this and that. Yeah, this is good. This is letting me do this first. Don't need to take damage here, so I won't. That guy will, I guess, die up here. I can use the whelp up here. How many more space prisms do I have? We got one more coming. I can put this whelp up here. Just make sure we don't accidentally leak any damage. You can't kill me, I kill me. Although I guess that made this a little bit worse. That's okay. We got blazing bolts for this situation, right? Perfect. It hit exactly where we needed it to. Get some morsels, I suppose. Could just get rid of these guys too. That doesn't earn me any money though. This at least can earn me a little bit more. Oh, you know what? I don't have this. I kind of have to play it because there's a situation I could just not redraw it. There's a situation I could technically not redraw any of these greed dragons. So I guess I fucked that turn up. It's okay. I mean, we weren't going to earn much gold again anyway with greed. The funny thing is, I'm like, well, this boss isn't that hard. Like, you'd be surprised. Like, I could just do this, and then he already loses 5 Titan skin. And then I could gorge for some extra damage shield here, so I could get 2. Some extra health. And he does a ton of Pyrogel. Like, that Pyrogel will quickly start hitting him. Then I got these guys here. No corruption on any of them. Because the corruption guys died already. So, like, I could actually... And I could play even more Pyrogel. So, even if the scenario... It's... First off, it's unlikely that I bottom deck both of these Greed Dragons. But I'm thinking, even if I do... I think I'm fine. So, let's... Oh, but I can't do greed. I guess I'll just have to do greed here, which does make this... I think we do it anyway. This is probably an unnecessary risk, but... I'm fine with it. Alright, he's... Okay, we drew it anyway, so we're fine. Get our last stuff there. And he's dead. Ooh, that gem trove is enticing. Calcified Ember is not enticing. Could also just skip here. I don't know. I think this is good. Pyreborn Brain Spike double stacked. I think we're good on gold. See, now I feel like at this point in the game, Fanning the Flame and Greed aren't so good. But maybe Greed still is. I think Fanning the Flame is not, but maybe Greed is still good. I think we just skip these. Alright, we have this. We can get rid of Alchemy now. We would have to get them... To get to 13, we would have to loot a minor horde anyway, so if we're pretty committed, we can just get rid of Alchemy. So we can go either way here. Pretty sure that Merchant Arms doesn't have that much that's good for us. Whereas here has a Caverns, some health, that's not really all that, but Merchant of Magic, I don't know how good it is anymore. Just get the Gem Trove down in cost would be alright. The Grovel especially. You know, just simply getting the Grovel down in cost is probably worth it. Let's do it. Yeah, we can do that with Permafrost. That's the ideal upgrade for us. Let's see if we can get a Lightstone casing from this cavern. No, I don't. It's unlikely to, but I think there's still an event, or could the health for artifacts event could get it. Savage Skin. Well, we've got our upgrades locked in, so we can put it on the one that we want to dupe. Probably the Endless one. I mean, there is some argument for the dualism one to take this one, because you get dualized gain of that rage, which is really nice. You could also say this. I think you get the dualized Titan Skin as well, which is honestly pretty good. 10 Titan Skin is a different world than 5 Titan Skin. But I don't know off the top of my head if Titan Skin actually does double from dualism. Because I believe it's a yellow icon for that buff, which indicates usually it's something that can't be dualism. Usually it has to be green. And those are the type of things you got to think of when designing games too. It's like, it's tricky. It's like, well, do I very strictly say dualism will only affect things that are green? Because we know it affects armor, which is not green, right, visually. So it's hard to get a perfect answer sometimes with those things. Because it's like, I want the armor not to show up as green. I think it does visually show up better as it currently shows up. But then also, you want the dualism for it because it just sort of makes sense to get it. But then you run into those tricky situations where it's like, well, I thought dualism only affected red and green stuff, right? But now it's randomly affecting armor. I don't know though. So like, the thing is, like, I wouldn't really want to dupe the non-endless, non-multi-striking Greed Dragon, so I kind of want to just put whatever upgrade we do end up with here. Probably this Savage Heart one, I'm thinking. I don't know, you can get quite a lot of damage out of Savage Spirit here. This might be an okay situation for that, especially with the Endless. Like, once we actually play Endless again, just those last few hits, you're hitting pretty hard. But I don't know. I think overall this just is still going to beat it out. So we'll take this. It's more fun too. So obviously here it would show that I could do double it, but yeah, I think we just go with, I guess we'll go with the one over here. It'll be easier for me to click since it's the final one in the list. So make sure I dupe the right one. So that absolutely goes here. Intrinsic on Space Prism. So I can get these Greed Dragons out. I think is good. We do want this costed down. I think over the Gem Trove since it has the Holy Stone. Granted, I am at full fire health, but, you know, whatever. Do we even reroll here? It's basically nothing I want at this point. Permafrost and Intrinsic are the Ember reducing upgrades. We already got them, so I can't even reduce Gem Trove cost if I wanted to at this point. I guess double stack would be good. Consumer move would not really be good, but I guess we could do it. I don't think we would want to. But we got all this gold, we might as well. Spell chain. Consumer move. And I guess I could, in a very overcosted way, make this shade for 140 bucks. I mean, it's like, you can look at, this is why Holy Stone becomes better later on, I feel. It's like, you can do stupid stuff like this. I mean, this kind of makes sense for me to do, I feel. Just do a way overcosted way to get the Ember down, but leave it be replayable. I think I'm honestly fine with that. You can spell chain another Space Prism, or spell chain a Shade Splitter. I don't think we should do that. So we'll do a Space Prism. I guess I can't purge. I should have maybe left a little bit more money there, because Alchemy we obviously want to purge. Alright. I'll put you at the bottom. I want you taking damage. I guess I can put Sky Top just to troll Kale out so that I don't immediately die with Penumbra. I guess 22, I'd be fine. Okay. I just want all of the space in the bottom, right? And here, Endless, we want you to get hit, we want you to die, so I don't even want to do damage here. I guess we can do this, though, just to get a bunch of money. That's why I like the Avarice on the Bloated Whelps. It's like, you get a point for every hit. We could put this guy just to buffer the other Greed Dragon that will eventually go behind there. We're not afraid to greed all of this. I should have done that first. I don't think we want life. Well, I guess we could do life steal. I don't need this guy to like die. This is fine, I suppose. But I mainly just need him to take damage, and I suppose greed even, it helps me, but it hurts me too. It's like this actually overall loses me 1 point of rage, but it gives me gold in the meantime, so I think it's still worth it. Gold is good. Make stupid plays like spend 150 bucks to make a Shade Splitter. Cost nothing. Shroud Spike. We do have the capability to do it. Should actually give a courtesy pip up top just in case I fuck things up as well. Unfortunately, Greed not killing anything here. I'm tempted just to go here then. These guys are going to kill the boss, right? Since I can't play that, but that's okay. Just put this into the boss. Unfortunately, I can't put him there. I guess we could just fit this one here then. Let's put you up there. Some money there. All right. Pretty good gold. 250 mark seems to be pretty achievable. Smelted treasure, double stacked. Pyroclasm honestly could be good too. Armor is really nice. Savagery, the funny thing is Savagery can tear through that. At least the boss can. But maybe the unit's less so. We're going to have a lot of money. I mean, at the same time, I can just use Pyroclasm to kill them, which is really nice. Probably nicer than armoring up my stuff. It does have anti-synergy with the whole revenge plan, but I don't think we need to min-max the revenge that much. We're obviously having plenty of stats. We already got Rage 39. It's actually quite a lot. I didn't expect us to get that much. I didn't think we were going to hit that much. Pyroclasm's also, I don't know, just a little more fun. It just feels so nice. Both are fun. Both are fun cards to play, I think. I like Smelted Treasure. It has a better upgrade. Double Stack is like insanely good with it. Pyroclasm gives me less freedom to do much else in a turn, which might be less fun. Whereas this gives me more freedom. I mean, the Kindle also might be the most fun here because Spell Chain Kindle is already a ton of, whatever. But we're not really hitting another Merchant Magic, which kind of sucks. But Kindle's pretty good in its own right. We have had turns where like Ember is an issue. Technically get quite some insane turns with Kindle. In the name of fun, we'll do Kindle. I do think you just take Pyroclasm here if you're super tryharding that. Take draw. We do need to like combo these things together. You could make an argument to maybe risk looting there, because Penumbra should be able to do quite a lot of work, assuming we can hit a Kindle plus Shroud Spike. It's unlikely, but... Or it's not unlikely, I would say. Especially if we hell vented, like, I don't know, the Shroud Spike. Which I'm not going to... I mean, I probably don't need a dupe on this Greed Dragon right now, I would say. I already got 3 of them. Granted, 2 of them are significantly better than the other one, but I really don't need 5 of these things. I could argue I don't even need 4, but I'll probably will take 4, but I might as well wait on this one to dupe it. So honestly, I do think, even with all that being said, I might just dupe this Shroud Spike. When I have a Morsel Maker, it's much easier to play. Yeah, we'll do that. We have nothing at the steel, which kind of sucks. I mean, I could also argue if I have full Pyre Health, I have nothing at the steel to do. And if it's just a Shroud Spike that is arguably not even that good, then I'm going to do. I could just go to the right, and then I can search for Consume, Remove, or Permafrost on Kindle, which would be really good. That'd be mainly it, but that's already 2 big upgrades, and free removals might be fine here. It's probably honestly better than getting another Shroud Spike. I should only do the dupe if I'm going to dupe the Greed Dragon right now, and that would technically be also good. The best thing I could do, really. But when we've already kind of won, it's like, do I really need another one? You know, maybe I should just do it, though. Just dupe the dragon. I mean, I'm trying to think if I even have enough space to do all of that. If I'm going to count this dragon as getting onto the floor, let's see, because I did add a spell chain to one of these, but so I got 4. We got the 5 initial, then we got 9, then we got 11, 12. 12 can fit 4, and then the other floor can hit the other. So, I mean, I could definitely do 5. But it's less comfortable. I think we just go to the right. There's fine. This feels fine. Okay, we already got the Consume. That's great. We'll do that. Intrinsic. Might as well just intrinsic this. I could intrinsic this too. I don't really know what Shade Splitter gets me though. Just intrinsic that. We need to remove the alchemy. So, is there even much point to me re-rolling here? It's like only double stack. I suppose cost reduction on Sage Splitter's fine though. If anything. Okay, we got a double stack. We got a holdover as well if we want that. I don't think we do. Double stack that. And get one of them cheaper. You gotta get the alchemy out of here. And then, I guess, well, honestly, the Calcified Ember maybe. I may not be able to play these things. The Kindle will help though. Guess I should have removed maybe a card there too with money, but nah, whatever. -1 a turn. I don't need the 400 gold. I mean, I'll earn 200 gold anyway. Maybe even more. Purified Horde. They are annoying. They make it so I can't play my Greed Dragon and get stats. I will say that. But at least I can play the first one. It also makes it so I can't get the Revenge very much. But once we get Greed, it's fine. I think it really does hurt my deployment phase, though, to not take this upgrade. I think I'm just not going to take the trial. I should be able to earn enough money anyway. But it's like really hard for me to actually do anything if I do that. So we want you here, I guess, because we want to greed them before they get to us. That makes sense. We'll just do this up here. I should have put one up here, then I could have played this rubber morsel up there. Oops. I think that's fine. I think we're going to get this out of here now. See here, playing this guy, I wouldn't be able to get my stats unless this hits. I could try for this. Alright, it did hit, so might be better just for me to put this one down here, though. I'm thinking that way it can get replayed up top. I don't think I play Grovel here. Do this for some money. Darn it. Bottom Deck and Greed. And really all of our good cards. Get rid of this once and for all. Just play this. Alright, we at least have this. I still don't want to play this because I don't know, just want this Ember for the hell of it. Could have also eaten Penumbra, of course, but this just felt more fun. Do that so we can get our Rage. I guess we can get rid of this too. Greed only kills one here anyway. I don't know if we need to play this. I just want to get this Calcified Ember out of here, really. That's going to kill any boss, right? It is Rags. I don't necessarily want to underestimate Rags. A little bit going there at least. Greed here will actually be fine, I think, but I've probably got enough gold here that yeah, it's fine. We can get some decent gold here. And then we just do this. Yeah, he's already dying, but you know, we have this here if we needed it. Could have greeted a bit more there. I just didn't care to push myself. Forever Consumed. The holdover sucks, but it would be pretty hilarious damage, like with the Kindle. Probably zero reason to take it, though. Cave-In, in some cases, could be fine. In all honesty. But I probably don't need these cards. Fanning the Flame. Yeah, we just don't need these. Definitely don't want the inequivalent exchange at this point. I mean, I don't really use inequivalent exchange anyway these days. Hall of Mirrors Crucible Extension in the Diadem. I mean, Hall of Mirrors kind of could work. We really don't have the pip for it, but we still kind of do. Like, I can have one of my dragons that are endless just sit down there. This is pretty good, actually. Crystallized Wing. We didn't take the trial, so we're not like super rich, even with the greed. So I can't just go hog wild here, but I'm pretty sure we're going to take that Hall of Mirrors and see, I get what, 6? I can basically dedicate yeah, I'll just do a Hall of Mirrors and this guy bottom. Oh, does that put... it might be bad, though, because I'm trying to think if that puts the copied one in front, because then he won't actually stack. Oh, obviously we know we want to dupe that card, though, right? So we'll dupe that one. Chris, I don't think we want. Do we roll here? Because it's going to cost a lot of money to do Hall of Mirrors plus deployable. And I'm even wondering if I really want to do that. It doesn't actually seem that useful. Yeah, it doesn't seem like all that useful. Could we re-roll this? I don't mind Commemorative Spike here. That actually gives me a potential way to use Shroud Spike at the start of the game. Also, it just puts... it makes it so I can... yeah. I think I like it. Crown of the Eternal might just be better, though, for the Titan fight. Yeah, we'll just take this. And then we don't have much money to do much else. I mean, I still could buy the Hall of Mirrors to have it. And then eventually I just start playing the stuff there. I think that is okay to do. But we don't need to make it deployable or anything. Okay, put you at the bottom. Penumbra needs to, like, gorge first, so it might make more sense to put the Morsel Master down, because it's less Ember. I guess it didn't matter, though, because, yeah. I guess we could just do this. I mean, I could also do this. He doesn't get hurt. We just do that then. Get the better one in. 90 damage. He actually survives. We can get this into play. I don't really need to do much beyond that. We do this. We'll set up everything up top, I guess. I should put some bottom. I kind of fucked that up. Yeah, I could have actually just poured that all into the bottom, I guess, but I thought was this is a bit safer. But if I want to, like, keep my pyre health alive, maybe I don't want to go that route. I can heal most of it back. I guess Morsel Maker was needed here. I mean, we could still We can just put this in front. I think we just put all of this in a damage shield though. I don't know. There's not like much else to do. Plus it just scales them up better. Suppose we could put the endless guy up here first. But no, we'll just do that. Yeah, I could have put like 3 here and then I could have just played this here. I could still... Yeah, these sweepers kind of... This is horrible draw anyway, but we'll just have to take this 5. It's not that big of a deal. I don't know why I put this guy in front in hindsight. I should have just left that guy be in front. Well, anything I put here is just going to die to these sweepers. So we can just do that for now. We're not going to replay this Squid Dragon, I don't think. We could technically keep him alive, but we may as well just let him die here. They're all dying. We got this. So let's get that going. Now we can finally get some morsels in. I think I want that over the morsel maker. Suppose this is fine. Interested in damage, I suppose. I got the heal, so I'm not getting one shot, it should be fine. Alright, we added the damage shields so that we can make this play, though I guess it's not enough for this guy, but we got the gem trove, I suppose. Don't quite have the ember. I definitely want to kill this. I think we probably just greed here. It still allows me to kill this sweeper. These guys in the bottom are fine. Yeah, so we'll greed here. And we'll gem trove here. This guy kills all this stuff, but at the same time, if I add these, he will get a little bit more damage on Penumbra, but I shouldn't be dying, so do that. Just so I don't have to redraw those. Yeah, we have a pit problem, it looks like. I was somewhat afraid of this. I suppose if... I think I like greed there more than I like it here. Because at 7 I can just survive with that. Yeah, I like that. And so this survives, then I can get this into play. That's pretty good. It does look like the generated card is one that comes in behind. If this guy's dying, we can just greed there. It probably still makes more sense just to greed this. I'm thinking. Him dying is fine. We need to get that done at some point. I don't know why I played that. And I guess I could technically... Yeah, there's actually nothing I can do. Just... Oh, hey, that was kind of cool. Stomumbo is not very big because of savagery. You kind of underestimate how much this chosen assassin is just like an absolute bitch in this fight. Can do that, I think. That didn't change anything. Just debating where I want this to go. It's old unreliable, shall we call her. I'll need to kill this back greed dragon, I think. I don't think this helps, so let's do this. It'd be nice to have this guy die. Oh damn, he has 2 damage shields, so I can't actually kill this guy. It's a little unfortunate. It's not the end of the world, though. Let's do that. That didn't even change anything, huh? Get hopefully a rubber morsel here. Perfect. Wow, still not actually killing it. It's okay. Trust me, you will be dying. Here, let's do that just to get some health back, and then yeah, this. You won't be beating me now. Unless you got enough to, take a 19-2-8 damaging 56 lifesteal guy out. Oh, and here, let's also just give this here for good measure. Boom. Penumbra still prevails. I almost clicked loot. I was heading for it out of reflex. I need to get a new water bottle. This thing sucks, literally. Penumbra up top. Which one do we want down below? You have 89 rage, you have 64. I think we can put these down first for this fight. Get the other ones all set up later. I actually want to put one of these here just so I can do this. But then the rest... I do want to get you here. We can have it so it's like 3 3. I think that's like is okay. We don't want any more up there. Maybe mid can be where we primarily set up here. This is the one I want to damage shield the most. Move lifesteal to you, damage shield to you, and health to you. Oh, why did I not put the other dude? Oh wait, no, I drew that die, right. So, why did I have to kill the rage guy down? I didn't have a choice. That guy living is not happening. I know that's the rage on revenge, but we don't care too much about that. Definitely play that. Probably just get rid of this. That's right, we have our Hall of Mirrors. If I do it right now, I can't play it, and there's one Space Prism left. It's like eventually it will work. I could do it. I guess what I could do is do this and then Hall of Mirrors this. I don't think it's actually helping me to do Hall of Mirrors though. I want to keep that on holdover for sure. Have that guy to die. You're doing alright there. Let's do this. Alright, you're dying. Let's see if we can get a rubber morsel. We only have Pip in the middle to play it. We do get it. We've been getting real lucky with those. See if we can get one more. Perfect. Getting real lucky with those. Accelerate his death. Here we can just have that eat up the death. Just so we can get it out of here. I don't think I need to play this. Alright, you're dead here. Do you have to be? Or do we even care for that to happen? I think we want him alive. This is a very annoying floor to deal with, so let's put you in front. This is dying, that's fine. We want him to die. I think we want the extra pit mid. Now I have the option to still Hall of Mirrors in some cases if we want to. Maybe not play greed anymore. It's not like super useful to me. We could put this here too if we don't want to do the Hall of Mirrors. This actually seems fine. Just got some Pyrogel there anyway. A lot of Curse of Entropies. Try to get these out while we can. Do I have to Pyrolite here? 140. Yeah, it is lagging behind a little bit, so Pyrolite, get this in here, it's fine. this unfortunate breakpoint. I guess we could play this here. Just help a little bit with killing that. Can't play this anywhere. 5. Give him a damage shield, I guess. Although I'm creating more junk in the deck. Entropy's dead. Which means we gotta get this guy dead. First, let's see if we're getting... Well, I don't have any space for rubber morsels, so... Yeah, pretty much just... this. They're all dead. Boom. That was a nice zoom out there. I feel like that was better than normal zoom out. But yeah, that was a fun one. I can definitely see the early game being annoying. Let's see. Let's see what everybody else did. God, I am taking so long on these runs lately. I get caught on too many tangents, I guess. I'm basically doing like Slay the Spire level run times for these, and honestly longer. I definitely need to get more to the point, I guess. So definitely some similarities here. We got the expanded coffers, fossilized fangs. They must have went to that trinkets that we skipped. That definitely would be good. I'm trying to think what we got instead, though. Magic upgrades, I think. Exotic upgrades. I guess I could have, I didn't even use my crystallized wing in hindsight. I could have set up the Kindle better. Magma Mauler. Tons of damage shield getting taken. I love it. Went with the Gold Tooth instead of the Greed Dragon. I don't know. I don't know if I like Gold Tooth over Greed Dragon. That would have definitely made the fight harder, I think. The Ring 3 Heart fight. So that's one thing I can think. Got the same version of Greed Dragon, though, it looks like. So yeah, they took the Gold Tooth instead of the other Greed Dragon. It would generate more gold, but that's about it, I think. I don't think realistically this guy out damages Greed Dragon anyway, so I feel like I would have just took the Greed Dragon there. It's more immediate impact to have just a much higher statted unit. We have the same Shroud Spike here, so definitely a lot of the same ideas though. So really the main difference is, other than there's a few different ones like Dragon's Breath and Pyroclasm, which I think are fine. But yeah, I think the main difference is just the Gold Tooth versus the Greed Dragon. I would imagine that fight was significantly harder with the Gold Tooth. The Ring 3 fight. And this was Alvin saying a lot of similarities again. Gold Tooth as well though. So maybe that's the big thing I would say. Since it sounded like they had a harder Ring 3 than we did. Yeah, 26 damage taken. It's just so much less damage, and you're just getting Avarice 5 out of it, which I guess, yeah, you got the Holdover Greed, so it's like you already got a good gold generator. Even though you can still argue that there's like synergy between the Golden Tooth and Greed to some degree, but I think still it's a catch-22 with Gold Tooth. It's like, well, he's only really useful in the really late game when you're super, if you granted, we could take the sack chamber room and stuff at that point. If we're taking Gold Tooth, then it starts to make more sense, right? because then you want absurd amounts of gold so that Goldtooth actually cashes in on its damage. But I think when you see this harder boss variant, the Greed Dragon just makes more sense, I think. You know, we're talking 1550 versus like, I think at that point it's around 70 of stats. So that's the main thing I would say. That actually is the main difference between all of our decks. Would be that Goldtooth versus Greed Dragon play. I get why to take it though. It's maybe more fun, and plus, it's like the dualism upgrade seems useless, or it is basically useless on the Greed Dragon. So it's like you're and it's uncommon versus a rare, and it's like you already have a better Greed Dragon in your deck. But I still think all those things considered, you're better off taking the Greed Dragon. But yeah, that was a fun one. I should probably get going here. As always, thanks for watching, and until next time, peace.